everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts, the newest episode of The Walking Dead, Season 6, Episode 5, entitled Now. Just finished airing on TV, and I'm here to review / just talk about the episode. Spoilers if you have not seen the newest episode of The Walking Dead, entitled Now, that just aired on TV. If you've not seen it, go away from this video, I'm going into spoilers. Okay? Are you gone? Okay? Let's get into it. So, I was going to talk about this a little bit later in the video, go kind of like a chronological order of the episode, but a huge spoiler popped up towards the end that made me really go, wait, did they just kind of confirm that? So here it is, okay? Is Maggie pregnant? So, the thing is, it popped up on Twitter after the initial little scene that went back and forth between Maggie and Aaron, which surprised me because it just happened so fast and it was gone. They kind of referenced that she's pregnant, and it was in the sense of Glenn, and she was trying to go find Glenn and all this kind of stuff, which I'll get to in a bit. So that was a big, big spoiler. Is she pregnant? I guess she is. I guess they kind of hinted at it. So if, in fact, she is pregnant, then another baby is going to be born into the world of the apocalypse, essentially. So there you have that. So anyways, I'm going to jump into my big things I noticed about this week on top of the whole Maggie situation, because that came out of nowhere, okay? So first things first, obviously, Rick is a runner. Holy crap. I hope at some point they do a flashback to what happened, because Rick was in the RV being surrounded by zombies. So he basically, what they're trying to entail is that he left the RV and kept running all the way back to Alexandria. And I don't know how far he was away from the community, essentially. I don't know how far he was away, but I guess it's implied that he was kind of close, maybe. He was running for a long time, regardless of how far it is, because, I mean, when you're being chased by a horde of zombies, you're going to hightail it, and he was falling down, all this kind of stuff, and knocking them out of the way. He wasn't trying to kill them, he was more of like just trying to avoid them, trying to run back. So that was the biggest thing that I really noticed from the opening of the episode. You hear somebody, open the gate, and you can't really tell who it was at the end of the fourth episode, the Morgan episode, and it's Rick. And I didn't expect that. I expected to be like somebody else that was outside the walls or something, or somebody we haven't met yet, another character or something. It was Rick, and it was awesome. It was badass. I got to give them that. So, Rick's a runner. Rick is a runner. He should have joined the Olympics, because he did some running, some serious running. So the second thing I have to get to is obviously the Maggie Aaron situation, where essentially Aaron admits to the whole entire group that were there next to the wall when Rick finally got into the gate that it was his fault the wolves showed up. So he kind of admitted that, and that's a good thing. But Aaron and Maggie were going to go try to find Glenn and Nicholas. Mainly Glenn. That's what Maggie's plan was, and Aaron felt responsible because Glenn is out there and all this kind of stuff, and so he wanted to go with Maggie to make sure that they find Glenn. They get into a sewer, an altercation between two zombies, which is really creepy and very eerie. Like, I saw Twitter just blow up on this scene where this zombie literally sticks his head out of like just mud and yuck and crap. Oh, it was just disgusting. But everybody's like, oh my god, that is epic. It was a really disgusting zombie, but very well done. And they gave us a pretty close call, not so much with Aaron, but with Maggie. She had her arm through the zombie, and luckily Aaron saved her, but obviously she probably could have did it herself, but they gave a close call to possibly her dying. So they kind of, gladly, they ended that whole, debacle and continued on, but they were unable to get out of the sewer, and they just felt like Maggie just said, no, I can't do this, and just can't do it, and all this kind of stuff, and talking about, is Glenn really dead or alive, and I'm like, they're pushing this whole angle, is Glenn dead or alive, so I'm just like, okay, so we need to get this reveal soon. Reveal if Glenn is dead or alive, soon, please. Please, I understand the whole point, these characters don't know, but we as the audience know. So them beating it over the head constantly will get very tiring for us, for the people that either believe he's dead, believe he's not, is kind of in the middle. We're not really sure if he's alive or dead, all that kind of stuff. Just give us some closure. Beating, is Glenn dead or alive, to the characters that have no idea, over the head, to keep beating that dead horse, it's going to get tiring, and then eventually, when you reveal if he's alive or dead, it'll be like, oh, okay, finally, they did it. Just don't make us wait too long. Anyways, third and final big thing that really stood out to me about this particular episode was the ending between Rick and Jesse. And what's really interesting about this, that they were teasing this in Season 5. He kills Jesse's husband, because, he accidentally kills Deanna's husband with a sword, so he takes him out because Deanna says, take him out. So he does. And what I really enjoyed about this is that, you know, Rick finally has that moment where he can, you know, just forget about everything else. Forget about the fact that he's basically trying to run Alexandria, the fact that he's trying to, you know, help people live and save lives and all this kind of stuff and be the protector. He can kind of just forget for a moment and just enjoy a moment with somebody else that he's actually grown fond of, you know, without the whole situation of him killing her husband, or that gets in some touchy territory. But the fact that he could have that moment and to see that. So if that's the way they're going to be going with Rick's part of the story in The Walking Dead, is that on top of the fact that he's this, he actually has a companion, Jesse, to be there for him and basically be his new thing, then cool. I can't wait to see how they do that whole angle. The new thing, I just noticed I said the new thing. His new girlfriend, essentially, that's what I was trying to get to. I said thing. I'm a little out there, so I'm really tired. Anyways, so there was no real negative about this episode. I really felt this was a pretty decent episode, a way better episode, in my personal opinion, from the Morgan episode, which barely gave us really anything, just kind of backstory. But this really pushed the story along. No Daryl, no Abraham. Not really a lot of them shown. No Carol in this episode, so I'm just kind of like, okay, they're holding that off for some reason. So, but overall, I felt like this was a pretty good episode, and I can't wait to see what happens next week, because they gave a bunch of teases at the end, like they always do, to set it up. So what do you guys think of the newest episode now from The Walking Dead? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about the Maggie tease of her being pregnant? What do you think about Rick running? What do you think about Rick and Jesse kissing? I mean, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching my review. Peace out.